What a game this has been. All field goals through halftime. Kirby Smart, you have a minute and something left on the clock, and you go conservative. May I tell you, you don't go conservative against Alabama with a minute and something left on the clock. Why ain't you trying to get down there and score? And by the way, I just want to say, I am sorry to hear about Jameis Williamson being out the rest of the game. Hoping we would go into this game both sides injury-free. And of course that didn't happen. But what a game we have. Georgia has issues on that offensive line. They cannot block. They're letting Alabama's defensive line just maul over them like nothing. Stetson Bennett, to me, looks scared and nervous. I don't know what kind of game plan Todd Monken has decided to call on the offensive side of the ball. You get down there and you can't even score a touchdown. You got to go for a field goal. We cannot go trade field goals with Alabama. We have to score touchdowns. Kirby Smart and his time management sucks and is piss poor. Both defenses is playing outstanding, keeping the offenses from scoring touchdowns. Could we end up seeing JT Daniels come in the second half and relieve a Stetson Bennett? The only impressive play Bennett has made is that deep ball downfield to George Pickens, and I'm going to tell you that was a beautiful catch. Sorry, had something on my screen. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, share, and notification. I sure appreciate it. Right now, this game could go either way. And it's going to be who comes out second half and offensively gets on fire and starts making plays. And could come down to a field goal. Kirby Smart and this coaching staff have to make better adjustments second half. You cannot run up the middle. Why are you running James Cook up the middle on this defensive front that is mauling your offensive line? We haven't thrown a wheel route to James Cook yet. Our receivers can't even hardly get off of the DBs to catch passes. Now, I will say Georgia's defensive line and linebackers are playing a better game than what they did in the SEC championship. This game is going to come down to the wire. I'm nervous. And that's one reason I didn't do live stream tonight is because I'm sitting here hooping and hollering at the TV and cussing. 6-9 Alabama. Georgia's got 153 yards to Alabama's 216. Yards per play 5.1 Georgia. Alabama, I believe that said 6.1 or 6 point something. If Georgia wants to win this game, their offense has to step up tremendously. Kirby Smart should have stepped on the gas and tried to go downfield and score right before halftime, knowing you get the ball back at the second half, starting of the third quarter. That is one of Kirby Smart's issues, is he gets into this conservative game calling. And if he does that during the game, it's going to cost him. Like I said, I hated to see Jamison Williams go out with a knee injury. Don't know if it could be an ACL or an MCL, but it didn't look good. Matt Luke, I don't know how he coaches the offensive line. You're missing blocks. You can't get to the second level to the linebackers. What did he teach these offensive linemen getting ready for this game? Georgia's defensive front and linebackers has gotten to Bryce Young. They have let him know that they are there and they are coming. And somebody said this was going to be a blowout. Alabama's going to blow out Georgia. I tried to tell people this was going to be a close game. Right now, this is a defensive game. Both offenses is struggling at times. Georgia more so than Alabama, but they're both struggling. Boy, was this a game to wait on. I'm going to tell you, first quarter through the middle of the first quarter, I thought Alabama was about to take off. But Georgia's defense started stepping up. And I believe everybody's going to be up all night watching this game. Could it go into overtime? Will this game come down to a field goal to win it? As of right now, it's looking like it could. Stetson Bennett is going to have to do a better job of controlling the game. He is going to have to make better decision making. Todd Monken needs to quit trying to run it more than passing. What a game. Like I said, whoever makes the better adjustments second half will probably wind up winning this game. Can Kirby Smart and his coaching staff make the adjustments to actually score touchdown instead of field goals? And another thing I can talk about and want to talk about is Georgia's defensive backs and their safeties. They are leaving these receivers too much space off of the line of scrimmage and getting burnt. Keely Ringo has been burnt almost every time. That number 84 has done burnt him like 2 or 3 times. And I can't remember if it was William Poole or Chris Smith. I want to say Chris Smith on that long pass play to Williamson. Just let him run right by him. Didn't even run with him. Once again, Kirby Smart and that defensive back coach, it needs to be on these defensive backs at halftime, during halftime, and tell them they gonna have to play better than that, or they gonna be on the bench. And I said it in my video earlier today that these defensive backs were going to have to play tight on these receivers, because if not, and we couldn't get pressure to Bryce Young, he was going to tear us apart in the middle of the field and down the field. And thank God our defensive front, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Devontae White, Trayvon Walker, and Nolan Smith are getting pressure to him where he can't hardly have time to throw the ball down the field. If we win or lose, I will be making another video after the game, so y'all stay tuned for that. I wonder what Kirby Smart and this coaching staff is saying to these players right now. I tell you what, this is a hell of a game right now. 6-9 at halftime. What a game. Kirby Smart should have drove that ball, tried to drive downfield right before halftime, and made Nick Saban use his timeouts. We could at least gotten field goal range to tie it up before halftime, or scored a touchdown to take the lead. But once again, what does Kirby Smart do like he always does? He goes conservative and goes on into halftime. Which that has to change. And hopefully that'll change next year. Good luck to both teams second half. Win, lose, or tie, I'm a Dog fan till the day I die. Go Dogs.